Oh, just getting some music on. Bear with me. I am finally there. Hello. All right. So, we're going to be painting a mug. We are going to be completing this mug. This is the one we are going to work on now. I'm excited for this one. Now, I'm just trying to make decisions. All right. Let's go. Let's just jump in. Which means I need to grab my other paints. Timing's everything. All right, so we're going to go with the bright blue first. We're going to give it a good stir. Everyone see me there. No more. No, I want to celebrate the whole world. I want to make mine. All right. So we are gonna go. All right, we're gonna try a couple things here. Because I have ideas. Janet, I'm using multi-surface acrylic paints. Oh my. Thank you, Wiley. Hello, Lynn Joyce. You're welcome, Janet. All right. So if you are new to my lives, while I'm painting, I can't see the comments. So if you ask a question or leave a comment, just know that while I'm painting, I am not going to be able to see it. So I will pause a little bit. I'll pause every so often to just come in and make sure that I'm catching up on comments. So just know that if I don't answer your comment right away, I will come back to it. It just might take me a little bit. No, this is not what I want to do. Okay, sorry. Completely rethinking what I want to do here. Bear with me. Let's do this. All right. Just using a Q-tip to wipe off the wet paint. The only reason I'm using the Q-tip, I usually wait for the paint to dry and then pick it off because it'll just peel right off when it's not cured yet. But because all the rest is dry, I am going to be able to just kind of paint right over. So I've got an idea of what I want to do here. And you know what? A lot of people has asked me to do stitch out of dots, but here's the issue or the concern I have with that is that I can't draw at all. And this is going to sound so pretentious, and I really don't mean it to. But I'm a mandala artist primarily. I'm not a dot artist primarily, so I don't do a lot of the shapes filled in with dots. I'm centered around the mandala design. Now, Jay Grons, she's an incredible dot artist, and she has done a stitch. So it might be something you want to consider taking a look at some of her work. JGRONDZ. Oh, I like that. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Kim. Hello, Off the Hook. How you doing? The finished cowl was beautiful. Hi, Paula. Thanks, guys. I'm putting very little pressure as I go down the front here because I don't want to scrape off any of the other paint. I just want to get that swoop to go over top and make it kind of look finished. Oh, you're welcome, Off the Hook. It's beautiful. That color of gray looks so soft. The music's still a little loud. I feel like I'm screaming at you guys. Thanks, Clean is Cool. Oh, thank you, Linda. I'm really, really happy with it. I've got another mug to show you that I started that kind of has a similar design, but I've gone a lot farther with it. So I'll show you that once we get this row here done. But this is the mug I want to finish while we are live here tonight. So I'm going to be live for about an hour, hour and a half. We'll see how long we go. But I'm hoping to finish this one completely by the time this live is done. That is my goal. I'm going to keep an eye out for bubbles. There's a couple big bubbles in here. Here we go. So bear with me. Once, if you're new to my lives, just know that while I'm painting, I can't see my comments. So if you have asked a question or left a comment, I'm not going to be able to see it until I pause to go back into my comments and catch up. So I will pause once I'm done putting these blue swoops on, and I will scroll back. I just don't want you to think that I'm ignoring you. I will answer questions, I promise. Now, I do have some friends in the comments that are moderators for me, and if one of them answers a question for you, know that it's the right answer. So you might get your answer to your question from one of them before I have a chance to answer it myself. But we'll get you your answers as best we can no matter what. And again, just didn't want you to think that you were being ignored. So once I'm done these big blue swoops, I will pause and come back to the comments and catch up on what I have missed. So bear with me. Oh, I'm loving this. It's amazing how one thing can just make it pop right out, right? So bear with me here. I'm gonna add a bit more paint. I think that's where I'm going wrong, is I'm not putting on quite enough paint because I don't want to apply a lot of pressure while I'm dragging the paint down because I don't want to pull up any of those swoops that are underneath, right? So I'm trying very hard not to put on a lot of pressure here. The other thing we'll do when I am done doing these blue swoops is I will show you the other mug that I worked on today that I think is so pretty. And it's kind of Christmas themed colors. I think this is my new favorite color combo. I'm going to be doing an awful lot of stuff in these colors. An awful lot. There we go. Woo-hoo-hoo, I like it. Oh, it's fun when it turns out good. Aim to do. Oh, it looks so cool. All right, let me scroll back and I will catch up on what I have missed. And I just put my hand in some blue paint, but okay, we're still good. But I did see a little blip here. There we go. That's better. All right, let me scroll back and I will catch up here. Bear with me. Thank you, Canada Pepper. Is it black? Oh, no way. That's even better. To find nice black yarn, that's really hard because most of the time it's either super scratchy or really kind of thin. Carly, this is multi-surface acrylic paints that I'm using. No, these are multi-surface acrylics. The pink, it's a combination of Craftsmart multi-surface acrylic paints and some Martha Stewart acrylic paints. So this is the pink. The green is a mixture of these two. The orange and the yellow, I just mixed in some white pearl with them. So it's Craftsmart and Martha Stewart and a couple custom colors. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with a size 9, I think. Because we're going to keep going with this design. We are nowhere near done yet. Oh, right. I was going to catch up on comments and come back. Sorry. Instead, buy all the colors, right? Jewel B, have so many questions? Well, have at it. I'll answer as many as I can for you. If you're new to my lives, you guys just know that when I'm painting, I won't be able to see the comments. So I will pause like I'm doing right now to come back and answer the comments. And then I'll do a little bit more painting and then pause and catch up, that sort of stuff. How much longer will I be live? I'll be live until at least 8 p.m. Eastern, maybe 8:30. Bubbles and little paint crispies are the devil. Oh my gosh, the little paint I call them paint boogers. They're just awful. Oh, I'm so glad you like the colors, Jewel. Oh, thank you, Kimber. I've been doing this for about 2 years, Canada Pepper, and I had no idea if I was going to be able to do it or how well I was going to be able to do it. I just fell in love with the process of it so much. I have so much fun doing this that the practice comes easy. And when the practice comes easy, the patience also comes easy. Like, I don't have to manufacture patience for this because I just enjoy doing it so, so much. And then if the practice and the patience come easy because you're just following the joy of it, the skill develops very, very quickly. Hey, Britt. I think we're just getting lucky. I'm going live a lot more in the evenings on TikTok, trying to catch more time zones, I think. So it works out wonderfully for our schedules, doesn't it, Britt? Oh, Herbert, that's so kind. Thank you for the roses. Hey, Barb. Thanks, Kelly. I'm glad you like it. Ozzy, I do sell my mugs. This is the first of this particular design that I've done on this size mug, but I've got about 10 other mugs available on my website that I've done, and I'm going to be adding this one, the other one that I'm going to show you. I'm going to have 4 or 5 mugs, I think, to add this coming weekend. I'm going to do a shop restock on Saturday at noon Eastern. So I'm going to have some ornaments that are going to go live. I'll show you some of the Christmas ornaments. So this Christmas ornament. And this one with all the blues. I love this one. I'm going to get some photographs on a tree when the lights are catching it nicely. This red one. And are you ready for my favorites? Same color as the mug. Oh, look at you. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. So some ornaments are going to go up. I've got some other ornaments too that I don't think I can reach them from here. Oh, no, I got them. These little guys. I've got a bunch of these little guys that are going to go up. And then some mugs. So yeah, so a bunch of stuff going into the shop restock this Saturday at noon Eastern. The link for my website is in my bio if you want to check out what I've got up there right now. Thanks, Barb. The addition of the blue looks good, doesn't it? The comment on how much longer I'll be live. Yep, I answered that. I'm going to be live until around 8 or 8:30. Thank you, Beth. Thank you, Classy. It's the lighting. The sunlight changed the color. Oh, totally, yeah. You need that light to be able to have the stitches stand out, right, when you're using black. Thank you, Michelle Bridge. How many different tips do I normally use? So I have a bunch of different tools. I use a bunch of tools that have these little metal balls on the end. And then I have a bunch of tools that are like little pencils, all with different size ends as well to make the dots. So I use a combination of all of these tools to create the design. And I just put back the tool I wanted to use here, so bear with me. Oh, thank you so much, Spirit. You totally should try to do it, Carly. It's so much fun. I do free tutorials every Saturday here on TikTok. I've got tutorials available on my website as well, or as part of my Patreon. The ones on the website are probably better if you're a beginner. Thank you, it's Tasha. You're welcome, Carly. Thank you for Pacifica. Thank you, Irish Princess. Thank you, Canada Pepper. I'm so glad you like them. Thank you, Why Not, for the roses. That's so kind. Thank you so much for that. The stars are fun, eh, Chameleonaire? It's good to see you again. Yeah, so I've added the blue in this. Instead of designing a Christmas theme mug. Well, what a wonderful segue, my friend, because I did. I started one today. Are you ready? Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. I love it so much. It's not done yet, but I'm absolutely in love with it. So it's going to kind of curl around to the side here and kind of cover both sides. That way it's not a left or a right-handed mug because the design is directly across from the handle. So whichever way you're going to hold it, you're going to see some of the design here. And then if you are left-handed, you can see some of the design there, which this is so much fun, isn't it? Doesn't it look like an explosion? It is cool, isn't it? Yay. Let me just scroll back. So what a wonderful segue, my friend. Thank you very much for that segue because this is what I did today. How do you decide where dots versus swoops go? I honestly wing it. So I just look at, I want contrast. So if I'm not getting a lot of contrast with color, I can create contrast by changing from dots to the swoops. So, but I just wing it through there. Carly, yes, I do cure the mug in the oven. They will cure to be top shelf, dishwasher safe. So I won't have to put on anything to seal it. They do air cure after 21 days. If you're going to put a lot of layers of top dots, then air curing was probably the best because if you have multiple layers of paint on here, you're going to risk bubbling in the oven because of the moisture still stuck in there and the air stuck in there. Hi, Crystalline. Do you have to seal these? Okay, so I just answered that with the multi-surface acrylic. I love when I answer more than one question at a time. I'm so glad you like it, Jewel. I'm glad you like it, Anthony. Thank you. Thank you, Andrea. I'm so glad, Chameleonaire. Thank you. Oh, you like it? Yay. And by the way, please go follow Off the Hook Crochet. Incredibly talented crochet artist. Thank you, Spirit Moves Me. Well, fa la 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 la. Thanks, Barb. I'm loving it. I'm so freaking happy with it. I do have a multi-surface red that is a pearl that I'm thinking would make these look like little sugared candies on the red, but only on some of the red. So I'm gonna play around with that as well. Thank you, Crystalline. So this is the other one that needs to be finished, but it's making pretty good progress. Carnival in Brazil. All right, let's keep going with this one. So I'm going to go in with a size 9. Now, all of the ones that look like little white pencils, they're numbered tools. They're from DIY Mandala Stones. And they're all numbered, which is really nice. So I do have some tutorials available on my website. The whole library of tutorials is available on my Patreon. Links for those are in my bio. I do sell my mugs. This is the first time I've done this pattern, but some of the other mugs that I've done are available on my website. Links for that, of course, as well in my bio. I've got a Facebook group, so if you're learning and you want to join a community of people that are here to support each other and inspire each other and answer questions and help gather resources, we'd love to have you. Just make sure that you answer all of the questions that are asked to you and make sure that you agree to the group rules. And I do free tutorials here every Saturday from 1 to 3 p.m. I'm going to be starting to pick some more topics soon and get those planned for the next few weeks. But if you ever want to come and hang out on a Saturday, we're going to be different than these lives where I'm just painting whatever I happen to be working on, right? Whatever my work in progress stuff is. That's kind of what I want to do with these lives, and then save Saturdays for a bit of a tutorial. If you're familiar with dot painting and dot mandalas and you've painted them before and you understand the basic techniques and have some tools, I do Paint With Me workshops every Friday. I do them at 2 p.m. Eastern and 7 p.m. Eastern, and tickets for those are available in my bio as well. Those are private Zoom events that we do. And if you've ever thought about trying it, if it looks like fun to you, give yourself permission to do it just for the pure fun of it. When you're doing it just for the joy of it, you'll get a really good handle on how much you like it, how much you want to practice when you want to practice because it's fun. Skill develops very, very quickly. All right. This mug is very Art of Points, and so is the Christmas theme mug, very Art of Points inspired, another incredible dot mandala artist. They have hundreds of thousands of followers here on TikTok. I definitely recommend you go and check them out. They do a lot of the swoops in the style that I've done them on these couple of mugs where they kind of build on each other. I'm trying to see if I can peel this off with a nice satisfying peel. No, poop. Close. I'll clean the rest of that gunk off after. All right, let me scroll back and catch up on comments. About time off with the glitter for a minute. Thank you. What do you mean? Thank you, Jennifer. I'm so glad you like it. Thank SRBL. Hello, Crystal. Thank you so much. I know, right? So glad we came up with them. The colors work well. They do. Hi, Stelios. The Facebook group is called Dot Mandala Addicts by Mandala Love Affair. It should be linked in my bio as well. I think I put that in my little page of all my links. Oh, I got a big bubble over here. There we go. Lovely. All right. How many colors do you recommend a beginner get for Saturday? I have no idea. I don't have a topic for this Saturday chosen yet. I would say even just start with 1 or 2. We don't have a topic chosen for this Saturday. What do I do to make the paint stay? These are multi-surface acrylic paints, so they cure after baking. And they will cure to be top shelf dishwasher safe. All right, so we are going to go in and do some walking dots around these purple dots. Now, I have to be careful where I'm holding this, right? Because this design is starting to go around to the side, and I want to make sure that I don't smudge it there. I think with any design that I do, you could do just a single color and still get a lot out of it. Now, the classes that I do aren't necessarily beginner classes, but you can follow along and I'll walk you through what I'm doing. But through my Facebook group, one of my incredible admins, Kathy, she does beginner classes on my Facebook group as well. She's probably going to do them about once a month. So if that is helpful for you, they will be free online classes with Kathy going over the basics of dot mandala painting. And that is through my Facebook group as well. I'm going to be starting to create some patterns as well, which will walk you through all of the different basic techniques and walk you through creating an exact pattern with the tools that I have and what size tools am I using, what brands of paint am I using. You could, in essence, recreate one of my paintings through these patterns. So keep an eye out for that as well. That's actually going to be changing on my Patreon. That my Patreon is actually going to be fueled by these patterns, and then all of the video that has been exclusive to Patreon up to this point is going to end up going on YouTube so that it's just accessible for everybody, which I'm really excited to do. But that's going to take a month or two to get that transition done. But just know that that's something that is coming. But right now, Patreon is tutorials. You're welcome, Andrea. Hi, Sin Flynn. How you doing? Oops. Still not getting enough paint here. There we go. So what's everybody up to today? How was your Monday? Did you have a good Monday? I feel like Monday's been very hectic today. No particular reason, but just felt like there's been a lots happening today. It's going to be a busy week too, so we'll see. I had put out my schedule for my lives for the rest of the week, and I apologize. I'm not going to be going live here on TikTok at 11 a.m. on Wednesday. I added a comment. Hopefully people will see it. Otherwise, I'm going to have to just revise it and repost it. But my last post, you can check to see when I'm going to be live and on what platform. So I'm going to be live quite a bit this week, I think. Might even try to squeeze in a couple extras, but it's all going to depend on how the days go. I don't want to overcommit and underdeliver. Got a head cold. Oh, yuck. I bought all the stuff for this. I'm a pretty good artist and I find this difficult. Any advice? Well, that depends on what you're finding difficult. So give me a little bit more detail on what you're struggling with. While you're if typing in an example of what it is that it has specifically given you some headaches, the two biggest pieces of advice that I can give to anybody who wants to try this is, number one, you need to be ready to take your time. Okay, 99% of the mistakes that I make, 99% of the inconsistencies in dot size are because of going too fast and rushing the process. So you have to get really good at slowing down. So that would dot size consistency, that is definitely speed. That is speed, and make sure that you're cleaning off your tool every couple dots, if not every dot. Having paint build up on the tool will cause some inconsistencies. Going too fast will cause some inconsistencies as well. So the slower you can go, the better. And as slow as you think you're going, if you're still not getting the consistency you want, go even slower still. So lots of times when I'm doing these dots, I will actually go this slow. This is how slow, I went even slower than this for the first row on the center dot of the Christmas mug. Always go slower if you can. That will be the big one, and making sure that you clean off your tools every 2 or 3 dots maximum. Perfect world scenario, you're cleaning it off every 1 or 2. Try to get into a bit of a rhythm as well if you can. Because if you can get into a bit of a rhythm, then you can create some muscle memory too. Try not to shift your hand position too much. So see how, like, when I'm doing both sides of this, I'm shifting my hand is sitting like this for this side, but then I twist it this way. Sometimes just allowing yourself to go through and just repeat the stuff where you don't have to change the orientation of your hand can help develop some muscle memory, which can be really helpful for you too. And grab yourself a test canvas and really start to play with your tools. Get to know your tools and get to know your paints. Get to know which consistencies work well for you and give you the effect you want and which ones don't. And practice the different things on a test canvas. Practice color combinations together on a test canvas. Not all paints are created equally. You can also create 3 different size dots with the exact same tool, just having a different amount of paint on it. So really kind of get to know your paint and your tools. That's a really, really big one. Play with them. Get to know what sizes you like, what kind of level of detail you want to create, and start practicing what you need to do for putting the amount of paint on there. And get to know which paints, like I said, which ones you like working with and that are giving you the result that you're hoping for. I hope that stuff helps, Blue. If you're painting on a regular surface, yes. When you're painting on canvas, highly, highly, highly recommend at least 2 coats of gesso. That'll smooth out the canvas for you, because otherwise the fibers in the fabric will actually cause irregular dots. If you're painting on wood, even if it feels nice and smooth when it comes out of the package, give it a sand down. Even coat that in a couple coats of gesso as well. But yeah, taking your time is the big one. Is there a paint you recommend? I've tried 2 types and I'm worried they don't work well. So I use paints right out of the bottle. I don't use the heavier bodied acrylic paints where you have to mix to get the right consistency. That would be using some pouring medium, maybe even a bit of water to thin the paints down. So if you're using medium or heavy bodied acrylic paints, then you're going to need to thin it down to get the consistency. Delicate Dots Andrea does quite a few videos on consistency. I highly recommend checking out some of her stuff if you plan on using the medium or heavy-bodied acrylic paints. So I use right out of the bottle. Now on mugs and ceramics, I use multi-surface acrylic paints. My favorites are Martha Stewart. I know we can't get Martha Stewart's anymore because they're rebranding. And we don't know what's going to happen with those. But let me tell you, as soon as they are re-released again, that is where every penny that I have in my bank account is going to go to, is buying more Martha Stewart multi-surface paints. And that's, again, for painting on surfaces like the mug here and glass. Anything that's got a really smooth surface that the paint really doesn't have much to grab onto. So Martha Stewart, I like Folk Art as well. They're a lot thicker, though, so you have to really get used to them. They don't flatten out very well. And my new favorite is Craftsmart multi-surface acrylic paints. I really, really enjoy working with them. They're a little bit on the thin side, but not so much that they get in the way of being able to paint what I want to paint, which is nice. So I don't have to do anything. When you're painting with multi-surface acrylic paints, you can't add anything to them. So you can't add any mediums to make them thicker or pouring mediums to make them more fluid. You got to use them straight out of the bottle. Now, if you're painting on canvas, totally different story. I still use right out of the bottle, and I absolutely love dollar store paints. I love it. No, I haven't tried fabric paint. That's not true. I did try a hoodie with fabric paint, and it wasn't great because it's kind of gummy almost. But I hope that makes sense with the brands of acrylic. Yes, Twitch fiber memory. Yes, exactly. Thank you so much, Kelgard. I'm glad it helps. Yes, the gesso stops the wood from absorbing so much paint. Yes, SRBL, I do have a website. It is linked in my bio. Thank you, you lady. Thank you, Nikki Connor. Modeler's acrylic paints, I've never used them, so I apologize. I don't know. I don't know if they would be a good match or not. I'm sorry. Thank you, Crocksteam. Yeah, I apologize. I have no idea. I've only ever used these paints because that's all I've ever needed to, so I'm not sure how that would work. I apologize. All right, I'm still trying to make sure that I don't stick my hand in anything over here. I would say try it though, right? You can always try it and see if it works or not. You can always give it a try. All right, so we're gonna do a few rows of walking dots with this to make this petal shape around the edge. And then we're gonna finish it off with probably a few more swoops again. We're just gonna see where our colors take us here. I just wanna make sure that I don't stick my hand in any paint and do any smudges. This is the trick with painting something that goes around to the side like this, right? Is making sure that as you spin it around, you're not getting your hand in it. It totally could work well for you. I'm really not sure. You'd have to test that one. Then we're needing... Yeah, that totally could work. It sounds like it would work, so definitely anything is possible, and you can paint whatever you want with anything you want, right? So yeah, that would be another great option. Oops. Totally could. So this particular technique is called walking the dots. So again, if you're practicing, just really start practicing the different techniques. The main ones are doing a whole row of dots that are all the same size. And then there is the swoops, and then there is the walking dots. Those are your three main elements of this. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Shane. This one has taken me about an hour and a half so far. Now, that is also because I have only worked on it during a live, and I talk a lot. So it slows me down. If I was to paint this one start to finish, without being on a live and without chatting the whole time, it's still going to take me about 2 hours. This one's going to take me about 2.5 to 3 just because of the fact that I won't stop talking. Do I use a wrist rest? No, I don't. I should be. I haven't used a clamp for the mug, and mainly because I need to be able to spin it around constantly. So I have not found something that would swivel that would provide that for me. I have used a wrist guard where I put like an actual wrist wrap on to help as well. But I also mix up my projects so that this isn't the only thing that I'm doing, right? Sometimes I paint on ornaments, sometimes I paint on mugs, sometimes I paint on canvas, sometimes I paint on little stones. So I try to mix it up so I'm not painting on the exact same thing all the time, because this can get really, really tough on the wrist. Oh, thank you, Paula. I'm so glad you like it. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with this color combination for a while. I don't see myself moving on from it too quickly. That's cool, SWC help. Thank you. I'm definitely going to take a look, though, and see what else is out there that might be able to help me out. I have looked at the wrist rest for when I'm painting large canvases, because it kind of basically acts like a bridge that goes over your canvas so that you can rest your hand down. I think that would be incredibly useful on the canvases for sure. But yeah, if I was able to find one with a swivel, that would be kind of cool. Oh, that's cool. I will definitely take a look and see if I can find one. So I just want to find a clamp on a swivel. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? That would be super interesting. Thank you for that. All right, I'm just trying to again grab where I can. I'm going to be putting a video out soon saying, does anybody know anything about lighting an art studio? Because I need to switch up my lighting, because this glare from my lamp above is just about done me in. And hopefully it won't cost me an absolute fortune to get new lighting. And Crystal, photography day is on my calendar for Thursday. I did it. I put it in the calendar. Look at me, acting like an actual business owner with responsibilities. So I'm going to be taking photos of like this mug and the Christmas mug and a bunch of the ornaments that I've done recently. And they are going to be, I'm going to do a shop restock on my website this coming Saturday. If you're new to my lives, please know that while I'm painting, I can't see the comments. So if it takes me a few minutes to answer your question or see your comment, please bear with me. I will pause when I get these 3 petals done, the orange row on these 3 petals, and I will catch up on any comments that I've missed. I just don't want you to think that I'm ignoring you. I love these colors though. I'm going out tomorrow and I'm gonna have to buy more of the teal. I'm gonna buy more of the teal, more of the blue, and more of the purple, because I am almost out. I squeezed the last little bit out of the bottles the other day. So I'm gonna pick up some more. And I'm hoping that maybe I can find a yellow or an orange pearl in the multi-surface too, because this is just makeshift ones that I've made. So if I can find ones that are kind of similar, that would be awesome. A diffuser. Okay, I will definitely look. Shane, this mug is going to be $42 Canadian plus shipping and handling once it is listed. All of my mugs are $42 plus shipping. All right. Now we are moving on to yellow. Cool, thanks guys. I figured placement had a lot to do with it because I've got this chandelier right above me and I figured it would be better to have it off to the sides. Hi Kim, how you doing? Thank you. If you shoot me a message on Instagram, KelJB. Yeah, I kind of been told the same thing before, Shane. It's gonna have to change eventually because I know that I'm not charging enough for how much time I put into this and to actually, try and have a bit of profit so that I can run my business. But for now, I don't want to change my prices this close to Christmas. I do have kind of an audit of my business planned for the beginning of the new year or around the Christmas break to just look and see what kind of stuff needs to change. Part of me says instead of having a flat fee, to put my prices based on how long each one actually takes me, so that the ones that take me a long time the price will reflect that. So I think that that's probably the way that I'm going to go, but that's not going to happen till the end of the year. For now, this is how it's gonna go. But I am definitely going to be doing lots more in this style. I haven't had these tall coffee mugs before to paint on, and I'm really, really liking them. So there's going to definitely be a lot more that look similar to this that'll be coming. For sure. Listing on Saturday, Kel. Yes. Shoot me a message. Hi, Remy. Thank you, Tracy. It is kind of chakra colors, isn't it, with the rainbow and everything? I always kind of do that. People pay craftspeople so little nowadays because, well, and that's the truth too. And I want to try and help. I need to do myself my own favors, right? And understand that my people will find me. The people who value what I do will find me, and that it's not for everybody, and that's okay. And I think when we're getting started, we so often get we get into our own sticker shock, right? Based on what we would pay. Like, oh, if I ever saw a $42 mug, I don't know if I'd ever buy that. As opposed to if an artist that you really enjoy did this and hand painted you something, would you want it? Right? I've got to get myself into that mindset. It's still learning, still settling into all of this, but I'm trying to kind of be of that mindset as often as I can to say, you know what? I put my time and effort and learning into it and have to do that. So I'll get there. I will get there. Hi, Josh Steven Torres. Yeah, it's especially when I've bounced around from craft to craft for so many years, right? And I did all the craft shows. I did crochet, I did macrame, I did polymer clay. And seeing the craft shows, it was always about, I also thinking all the time, well, is somebody actually going to pay this amount? And I think craft show prices are different. And depending on what kind of craft show you're at too, is it a big sponsored one that is trying to get people who want to spend money to come out to them? But it gets to a bit of a limiting mindset sometimes, or it can, depending on where your own head is at, right? But it's also, I find for me, one of the things in my head is I have a lot of friends who've bought from my business, and if my pricing was different, then I don't know that they would be able to, or if they would even want to, you know. And that definitely has impacted my choices on my pricing up until this point. And that's something that I want to kind of grow out of and say, you know what, I still need to value what I've done, no matter who's buying it. So I'll get there. I will get there for sure. Okay, bear with me. People $130. Well, that's true. That's a really good point, SWC. Thank you, Kathy. Oh, thank you, SWC. That's so kind. Thank you for those gifts. That is so sweet. Oh, that's awesome, Beth. That's wonderful. When I jump out of here, I will see your request to join the Facebook group, and I will approve you so you can jump in. We're going to do some different stuff in there too, try and start kind of just engaging and creating a little bit more. And I do go live exclusively in the Facebook group. I try to do it a couple times a month. So many things on the list and so many different things that I could be doing. It's hard to prioritize them sometimes and hard to focus, especially when so many of them sound so much fun. I have such bad and so much homework. Oh, clean is cool. I'm so sorry. I hope you're able to feel better and get done what you need to get done, but take care of yourself. Your health is important. Allergies are bad this year too, aren't they? This is where I could use that clamp. That's the thing, because it's not about holding it straight up too. You have to angle it, and every time you rest your hand on it to stabilize your hand, it puts pressure on your wrist, right? Because it's adding some more weight that it has to support and some pressure that it has to support. So when you are doing this, please make sure that you're stopping on a regular basis to stretch, shake out your hands, shake out your arms, twist, stand up. Make sure you're moving around so that your body doesn't seize right up, because we do sit still for a really long time sometimes. Like there's been times where I'll sit down for 3.5 hours without moving very much because I'm just dotting, right? And that can be really, really hard on your body. So make sure you're taking regular breaks and standing up and giving your body a chance to move around to loosen up a little bit. Have I ever done mirrors? No, I haven't yet. I've done a couple clear glass, and I'd like to get into that a little bit bigger, but I haven't done any mirrors. I would love to find some. Hello, Hells Bells Kells. It is coming along nicely, isn't it? And look at the other one I started, the Christmas one. Isn't that pretty? I'm so happy with it. All right. I'm able to work, but the stress of time management. Oh, no kidding. The time management is the hard part, right? Prioritizing and getting everything done. Thank you, Kobe. Oh, I'm so glad you like it. Yes, I need to get back to that red mug and finish touching that up and finish that design too. I'm hoping that will be another mug that'll be ready for the shop restock on Saturday. So at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 5 new mugs on Saturday, and a bunch of ornaments as well. Not a ton. I'm not that far ahead of the game. I am going to be selling Christmas ornaments year round. That was kind of the decision that was made because I'm always behind the 8 ball. So why not just sell them year round? But there are going to be a few that will go up on the site this weekend. Which I'm excited about. And especially because I still have the rest of the week to keep painting. So who knows how much stuff I'll get done. I had a request to put these colors and this kind of a design on a flower planter because I do planters as well. So that'll probably happen. Eventually I'm going to get more of my gypsum cement because I will manufacture and use the gypsum with a mold to make my own stones as well as my own candle holders. So eventually I will be using these colors on all of that stuff as well. And blanks, I will be putting blanks up for sale on my website. So if you want to paint on one of the blank stones or the blank tea light candle holders that I make, they will be available eventually again as well. I'm just going to set that down. All right. I keep a wet cloth beside me where I wipe off my tools. It helps an awful lot when it is a damp cloth, and if it's a cloth that's not super smooth, so it's got some texture to it, that'll help keep your tools clean. Do the best you can to keep your tools clean, because if paint is building up on your tools, then chances are you're going to have some inconsistencies as well. All right, let me just scroll back. Sorry. I like where this is going. Oh, I'm so glad, Crystal. Thank you. I work with microelectronics, so I'm dealing with things smaller. Oh my gosh. That must be hard on the body, SWC. That must be. Oh. Yeah, you'd have no choice but to be just really still and steady. And you seize up after a while, right? Thank you, Hells Bells Cows. I love your username. Love for strings. I don't need to seal them with anything. These paints are multi-surface acrylic paints, so they cure to be top shelf dishwasher safe after baking. I can also air cure them, but baking is much quicker. They air cure after 21 days, or I can chuck them in the oven, and when they come out of the oven, then they will be top shelf dishwasher safe. So once they have been cured, they are good to go. Keep dreaming your dream. Cherry, or Sherry, sorry. I have some mugs available on my website right now, and then whatever I get painted this week will get added to my website on Saturday. So on Saturday at noon Eastern, any mugs that I have been able to finish the rest of the week will go up on my site and be available for sale Saturday. So Saturday at noon Eastern, I'm going to do a shop restock. It's going to have some ornaments, and it's going to have some mugs. I'm going to see what else I can get done. Maybe a couple planters. See what I can get done in the next few days to have ready to go. Oh, this one makes me so happy though. So happy. I love these colors. I'm going to do everything in these colors. So I'm going to have 4 of the bulb ornaments. I might be able to get a couple more done too. We'll see. I don't do custom orders, so the mugs that are on my website or ones that I will post on my website are all she wrote. All right, so now we're going into some more swoops. So if we're going into swoops, we've got what colors? 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Okay, so we're going to put... I'm thinking, I'm trying to make decisions here. Trying to make decisions. So I'm going to answer comments. Are the walking dots supposed to go in between dots? What do you mean? Like, do they need to line up like in a previous row? Like, you mean, does this yellow one need to be in between those two and like that? If that's what you mean, I think as far as symmetry is concerned, that's satisfying when that does happen. I don't think that it's a necessity. Oh, SWC, I have thought I would love to get a laser engraver. Love to get a laser engraver someday. Someday, it's on the list. I know, the candle holders are going to be so much fun, Crystal. I can't wait. I'm not sure about it, but people keep saying they love my username. I think it's great. I think it's so fun. 100% SWC. Your tools need to last you. Thank you, Lori. Yeah, you need to make some. It's so hard. Woo. Just making a mess. Making a mess. All right. Okay. We are going to... I'm going to pick a larger tool. I'm going to go with the number 4. No, we are going to go with... What are we going to go with? We're going to go with... If I can find it. What are you? You're 3-4. Where's my 5-6? There's my 5-6. Looking for my tools, sorry. Thank you, Shell. Oh, I'm so glad you like it, Tammy. It's going to be listed on the website at noon on Saturday. No, I don't use magnification, SWC. I imagine at some point I'm going to have to. I'm sure I'm going to, my eyes are going to fight me soon. It can be tedious. Tedious to me has a very heavy connotation to it, right? I find it much more meditative than tedious. Like, I don't get bored at all. I love every second of this stuff. A string of walking dots? Well, I was thinking some more swoops. But do you think that's it? Do you think we're done? I was thinking another set of swoops, or is that going to just be too much? I mess up all the time. All the time. All the time, love for strings. Yeah, very therapeutic, eh? It does. It looks really cool. I totally should do that. Okay, let's see. Petal M shapes. Those petals are so small, so I can't leave it like this. I can't. But I'll show you what I can do. This is what we're going to do. We're going to have a combo here. All right, we are going to do a combo. 5. So we're starting here with a 5. I promise it's going to work out well. You just wait. Try not to drop it. I was painting an ornament in these colors and I dropped it right in the middle of the live and it rolled and everything. How it didn't get super damaged. I only had 2 swoops I had to fix. No idea how that happened. No idea how I got that lucky. I'm definitely going to be doing more of this though. I love this so much. Makes me so happy. I don't think I'm going to get tired of these colors anytime soon. All right, so we got number 5. Now we're going to go to teal. We're going to basically do walking dots, but we're going to do them in different colors. So that was my 5. Now we go to 4. And this is going to give us our walking dots that Crystal suggested. 4. 4. And the best part is if I decide I don't like it, I can take it off and redo it. So as long as I catch this, like within a couple hours to 24 hours, I can pull the paint off that I don't like. Oh, you know what would have been better? No, this is all right. All right. All right, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. My other thought is eventually I can do reverse swoops. That would be cool here. Oops. I'm so tired. Okay, I got a little schmutz there. So I'm going to grab my tool that's got a little silicone brush on the end. And now I can push that paint in. Just kind of like an eraser. There we go. Now we're good. All right. So now we go to blue. Size 3. And those who acted mean. Size 3 in the blue. All right, bear with me. I know I haven't come back to the comments in a bit. I will, I promise. My symmetry is a little off on this. That's the part that's driving me crazy with this one. But it might be hidden in the design. That's the forgiving thing about these dot mandalas, is the symmetry itself acts as a bit of camouflage, right? That's right. That's right. Now I've got gratitude. Yes, I do. Didn't know you were going to get a free concert for me at the same time, eh? I'm sorry. Sorry you got to listen to my singing voice. All right. Now we're going down to a size 2, and the size 2 is going to be in the purple, and then the size 1 is going to be the pink, and then we will be done. All right, let me scroll back. Let me scroll back and just make sure. Hello in Sacramento. Yay, I'm glad you like it. Thank you, Miss Mackie. We all had mini heart attacks. Yes, there are no other mugs with this design on them yet. This is the first one that I've done like this. So it's going to be listed on the website on Saturday. Saturday at noon. Thank you, Kristen. Yes, awesome. Same page, Crystal, same page. Thanks, Shell. My hand would shake so bad. It does sometimes. Oh, thank you, Love for Strings. I'm so glad you're liking it. No, I don't have to seal it with anything. These paints are they cure to be top shelf dishwasher safe after baking. Sorry, my brain was not going in the right direction. Ooh, of a peacock's tail, yeah. That would be cool colors to do too. Oh, that's so kind. Thank you, Tammy. Yeah, I could totally make an auction out of it. I have no idea how to do an auction. I don't even know how I would do that. If anybody has experience doing stuff like that, please let me know. I've seen people do Facebook Live auctions. Or I could just put up a post and say this particular one is going to be auctioned off. I might not do it with this one, but I will definitely be doing more of these. So that might be a really fun thing to do. I guess I just put a post and say starting bid's $42. And then whoever has the highest bid at the end of 24 hours or something. I guess that would work, eh? That could be really fun. I used to do a bunch of dot mandalas, and then in the center dot, I would put a paw print. I want to do that with these colors too, and on some mugs. I feel us crazy animal people need some more paw prints in our lives. So I want to do that too. So many different ideas. Let me just scroll back and catch up on comments. Bear with me. Tandy, I am using multi-surface acrylic paints. Multiple brands. Right now I'm using Craft Smart and Martha Stewart. Hope that helps. The top shelf of my dishwasher has its own water arm thingy. Would it still be okay there? Yes. Thank you, choice is yours. It would either be a poster or another live, but some websites let you take bids depending on... Oh, I'll have to have a look at that. I'll have to look and see if Shopify does that. That'd be fun. Had a shower. Allergies are a bit better now. Oh, that's good. I know you have to finish working. I'm sorry for that. Yes, I do sign it on the bottom. You're welcome, Tandy. I sign it on the bottom. I use one of my tools, and I put my initials, the initials of my business, and then I put the year as well. All right, final dot. I think that finishes it off nicely. I'm excited to go to Michael's tomorrow and buy more paint, so I can keep going with these colors for a long time. So once we get these pink dots, you guys are going to start with the long goodbye. I am going to sign off for tonight. I will quickly show you again the Christmas mug. So this mug, at minimum 4 ornaments. Hopefully the Christmas mug, I'm hoping to have 4 or 5 mugs actually that'll go live, get listed in the shop on my website at noon on Saturday for a bit of a shop restock. So the link is in my bio. And I will be painting more of this color. I don't know how many I'm going to get done for this weekend. And they won't all be exactly the same. They might be similar, but not all exactly the same. So yeah, actually, and let's do the handle too, because I do a design on the handle. Let's get that done too. So we're going to go with the pink. Now, let me think about color here. So I have pink, orange, yellow. Okay, so we're going to start with green. And I'll show you how I do this little detail. So I'm going to use my micro dotter. I've got paint all over my hand. Okay, let me move this and move this. Hi, Molly. How you doing? It's good to see you. Thanks, Molly. Sorry I missed your earlier one there. How you been? Yeah, I'm going to be ending the live in about 10 minutes. Thank you so much, SWC. That's so kind. Yeah, you're totally right. Hey, Elizabeth. I will. I'll show the red mug again, too. It's not done yet either, but I'll be finishing it either later tonight or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. Let's be real. I think I'm probably going to go to bed soon. That wasn't long enough. Inspired by the people surrounding me. All right, let's try that again. Ah, your sister says hi. That's nice. Say hello back. It's Aubrey, right? Am I right, Molly? I hope I'm right. Okay, so we're starting with the green. Then we're going with the yellow. Oops, that is really, really thick. One way that you can thin down your multi-surface acrylic paints, especially the folk art ones, they tend to be really, really thick, is mix them with a lighter consistency paint. So if you have a more watery Craft Smart, for example, that's a similar color, or if you want to mix it and create a custom color, that's a great way to change the consistency of super thick paints. So if you have 2 yellows, one Craft Smart and one folk art, you can mix them together. And that will help thin out the folk art ones. I do it a lot by adding some white pearl. That does it too. Yay, I did remember their name! Yes, I got it right. Oh, I'm so gonna high five myself later for that. Yay! Hi, Aubrey. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. And that's okay. Life happens, love. I hope you're doing okay. I'm so glad you like this one. Oh, I'm still getting paint all over myself. Bear with me 1 second here, you guys, because once I finish the handle, I will show you the front of this mug again. He just waves super enthusiastically at the cameras. Oh, that's so nice. Yay. I'm so glad. Yay for smiles. That's so nice. So nice to hear. All right. So I'm going to keep going through my little rainbow colors here. So it's not a traditional rainbow, right? Because it's got the pink instead of red. but it works. It just works. All right, one more color for the swoops on the handle, and that is the purple. And then I'll spin it around and let you see the finished product. And actually, maybe I'll even sign it now too. Let's see. Oh yeah, I can't sign the bottom of this yet because I still have to get the rest of the goo off from the sticker. But there is your handle. Oh, that's so nice. I'm glad that made their day. Aubrey, that's so kind. I'm so glad you're so happy. All right, so there's the handle. And there is the mug. She's so pretty. Oh my God, I'm so happy. And I like that it can be a left or a right-handed mug, right? Because when the design's over here, it doesn't matter which hand you're holding on to it with, right? Oh, that's so kind, Choices Yours. Thank you. I'm so in love with this. I'm so incredibly in love with this. I'm never going to get photos of this that's going to do it justice for what it does in person. Yeah, and you're totally right, Crystal. This would have been way too much with more swoops. This is perfection. Thank you. I'm so happy. Okay, so there's that one. This is the ornament I did in the same colors. This will be going up on the website on Saturday. Got a couple other ornaments that'll be going up on Saturday. A few more of these bulbs and some other star shapes. A couple other mugs. And then this is the Christmas one that I'm not done yet. But we're going to keep going with this one too. Thanks, Aubrey. You are, Crystal. That's amazing. Yeah, you totally need to get these colors. I'm so glad you like it. Yay! I love this one. So I'm going to keep going with this. And I'm going to add in some more walking dots. I'm going to do another row of walking dots here, and I might finish it off in a very similar way. So I'm hoping that, like I said, I'm going to have at least 5 mugs to go up on the website on Saturday, and I'm going to have a bunch of ornaments, hopefully, as well. Hopefully even more. We'll get it going. But I love it. Oh, that's so nice. Aubrey. I like that one. Oh, thank you, Sinflin. All right, you guys. So this was awesomely productive. Thank you so much for hanging out with me while I painted tonight. And thank you for all of the input and the encouragement and the love. I am so freaking excited with this. And again, I really appreciate you just letting me brainstorm with you guys and letting me kind of learn as I go. So thank you for all of that. Oh, the red mug. Let me show you the red mug. So I don't have it done, but I will get it done. The red mug will go up on the website on Saturday as well. So this wraparound design, which is really cool. I've got some spots here that I need to replace some dots that got damaged. And then I'm going to actually be adding another large dot right here, doing some more of these petals up here, and then finishing that off with swoops. So almost the entire mug is going to be covered. Let me show you the mug that it's designed after. Hold on a second. I figured I'd bring you in the other. These are probably the 5 that'll be up there. Hopefully there'll be more. There is this mug is going to go up on Saturday. Where do I even put it? I don't even know where to put it. And then this one is kind of a prequel to what this one is kind of going to look like. So that's that finished one, which is nice too because it's left or right-handed. So then the red is going to be a lot more green on this to fill it up like the black one on the right. So I'm going to just scroll back. I'm going to catch up on the comments, but I am going to start saying my goodbyes. I will be live again tomorrow. I think at noon. I'm sorry, I'll have to check out my last post. I don't have anything with me where I can look at it. I got to start writing it down. But I will be live again tomorrow. If you want to come and hang out, I would love to see you. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thanks, Beth. Thanks, Barb. I want that couple have to wait till I move to get one, though. You let me know when you're ready, Sinflin. We'll make sure you get one, okay? Thank you. Thank you, Bob. Thanks, guys, for an awesome, awesome night. I felt really productive and really, really happy with what got accomplished. So thank you. Sending lots of love to you guys. We'll see you again really, really soon. Thanks, Kobe. Bye, guys. Love you.